Welcome to Loadout Lounge. My name is Seth Nichols, and today I've got a treat. It's one of my favorite loadouts. I have a bag full of pew pew. This bag, basically it either goes in my truck wherever I'm going, or it goes in my wife's car when we go on trips. Currently we are at Santa Rosa Beach, Florida, visiting family, and this went with us along with my Glock 19. This setup is great. I've tweaked it over the years. I've added stuff. But I want to show y'all and give y'all some ideas about possibilities. So let's get into it. This bag is the Voodoo Tactical. I don't necessarily know the specifications, but I will have a link for it down in the description below. It is in OD green, and it's got quite a few pockets on the outside, and I'm sure y'all can guess what's inside. So let's start from your left to my right, and we'll see what's in there. So we have a Velcro pouch. This is very thick and stiff Cordura, I believe. The zippers are very strong, and if I can get this open, inside of here is just some extra ammo. I did want to have a cardboard box, so this is actually just straight jacket. It's not hollow point, it's not anything. This is just Winchester 9mm Luger. You can get this at Walmart. As a matter of fact, I think that's where I did get it. It does have some moisture absorbing things in there, but this is just full of 9mm, and this is, I'm trying to think what pouch this is. I think I just ordered a just generic pouch off of Amazon. If I can find the link for it, I'll add it in there too. But this is typically the only thing in there in this pouch is just the ammo. And if I ever want to go shooting while I'm traveling or something, or if I need just to replace a mag or something. And these 4 pouches in the front, I wonder what they are. I have some magazines. These are, I believe, these are the PMags. Yep, these are the PMag, the 15 Glock 9. So the 15 round mags, and I want to say, what ammo am I using? These are the Hornady 9mm Luger with their hollow point with the plastic tip in it. That's one mag. So that first one was a PMag 15, and the others are 17. This is what is your standard for Glock 19, which is over here, and these are for your Glock 17. I buy these and I use them in my 19 just for an extended mag. So there's 4 pouches. Let's open this one. I have just some cheap Ear Pro to throw in there, and it looks like I emptied a mag, and I put just some extra, I call them duty rounds, but some extra duty rounds in that pocket. And I'll close these back up, and we will open up the briefcase. It almost looks like a laptop bag if it did not have these front pouches on it. That's probably what most people would think. And let's open it. Oh, this bag of goodness is a rifle. It's a pistol caliber rifle. It is the Keltec Sub 2000. You cannot fire it in this position. You cannot do anything. I mean, you could use it as a melee weapon, but you can't fire it at all, which the projectiles will be right in there. You can actually see the barrel right there. So in order to open this, I'm holding it one-handed. In order to open this, you have to grab back here, and it's a quick release, and the gun will unfold until you hear a snap. Okay? So I'm going to show you how to make sure that it's clear. I dropped the mag, and it is clear. No projectiles in there. Visually inspected the barrel, nothing. Okay? So this is actually the charging handle. If some of y'all, if y'all never seen a Keltec Sub 2000, this is going to be a treat for y'all. The charging handle is back here. The scope, you might be seeing the Holosun Red Dot scope. It's upside down. With this setup, I've done a lot of different additions and some tweaks and changes. This is the Lion forearm, and you can unscrew it and twist the actual forearm around. Oh, I'm unscrewing it. I'm doing all this one-handed as far as unscrewing and screwing. And we've got iron sights in case I want to take the Holosun off. And the Holosun is actually on there with a quick release mount for the Picatinny round. So, we can get a close-up of that here in just a second of me taking it off and putting it back on. It's super easy to do. I wanted all of this to kind of be modular and make sure that if I needed to take this red dot off, I could, and I could still use my iron sights. So, with the Keltec, it is a great rifle because it's compact. You can fold it by using the trigger guard as a handle. You press that and it just releases it so it'll fold. You cannot fold it with the scope mounted normally. It'll hit. So in order to get it to fit, I rotate it all the way back around, tighten it down, and flip it. So now this could honestly go in a backpack. You can put a mag in. It could be in a backpack. I've actually carried it in a backpack before, and it worked very well. So I'm gonna open it back up and we'll go over all of the different things that I have on this rifle. So with the front sight and the compensator, if you want to call it that, flash hider, they are aftermarket, and I will have their links in the description below if I can find them. I've done this, all of these changes probably 2-3 years ago. In order to put the Lion forearm though, I will add this. This is a different sight on the front. I had to take the other one off. I actually had to break the other one off because it wasn't coming off in order to put this on. But that can fold and make it a little bit more compact. I just leave it up so it can fit into the buttstock groove right there. Okay, so I have the flash hider, the front sight, Lion forearm, a Holosun with the solar panels on the top. This is it's the HS503C. HS503C. It's a circle dot, and I will see if I can actually turn it on. And let's see if you can see the red dot. Holosun, you have a bunch of different brightness settings. With the plus and minus on the actual buttons on the side. They're very audible, and you can make it as bright as you want or as dim as you want. I can do a review on that later if you want, but in order to turn the red dot off, you press both buttons. Again, this does have a solar charger on top. I have never changed out the battery. It is set in this bag, and it still turns on. I've not ever changed the battery. I've had it outside. I don't shoot it that often. Typically this is like I said, in my truck with me whenever I'm traveling, going to work, wherever I'm going, or it's in my wife's SUV. So it's very much a truck gun or a car gun. With the safety, it is a buttoned press safety, just like a lot of Keltecs. There's a button press. And the mag release is ambidextrous. You press it right here next to the trigger guard, but you can swap that over. I'm right-handed when I shoot, so I left it where it is. I do have a quick detach sling, and I'll show you that here before long. It's just a single point sling. I have a just a sight tool on, just an attachment on there, just in case I ever need to mess with the sight. So with the Keltec Sub 2000, I've got a single point sling, and the reason I like this so much, and this sling, the way this setup is I can just let it go, and it doesn't drop down, it doesn't hit me in the crotch, it just kind of hangs here. Now if I was going to transition to my pistol, it's going to swing right across, it's not hitting me anywhere, and whenever I would just let go, it's just hanging there, which I think any sling should do. It should not droop, the gun should not be in the way. This is just out in front of me. I could still have my handgun out and get to work if I needed to. With the single point sling though, I can quickly detach it off. If I need to get rid of this, or for whatever reason, I can just press the little two tabs on either side and get rid of this rifle if I needed to, which typically I'm not going to try and get rid of a rifle, but you never know. With the Holosun, I've got it mounted on a Larue mount onto my red line forearm. In order to take it off quickly, you pull down this little plastic piece or metal piece and you undo the hinge and it will pop right off. So this is the Larue LT751, and I've got the Holosun just mounted on there. And in order to get it back on, and I've not lost zero taking it on and off, which is a great thing. It just locks back in. I have it, I know right where it goes, and I can then, if I have to take off the red dot, I can use the iron sights, and those are zeroed in as well. Now you cannot use the iron sights through the red dot. The red dot sits up a little bit higher than the iron sights, but if the red dot dies for whatever reason, just take that off, put it in a pocket, and get to work with the iron sights. The charging handle, I've done some different attachments. I've got one that's the tandem cross. It is just a nice little rubber sleeve that goes over the metal barrel or the metal tube for the handle. Kind of keeps your cheek off of it. And then for the actual charging handle, there's a little piece of rubber on there as well, to kind of make it to where it's not as sharp on your fingers when you're charging it. Now you charge it and you twist it to the right to have the bolt slid back, and then if you want to put a round in the chamber, you just goes and it's charged. There's nothing in this, there's no magazine, so there's nothing in the chamber. You do have some adjustment settings as far as how far the buttstock goes. You have 3 different settings. I have this one as far back as I can, so it can, this little pocket right here, this little cutout is for the front sight. That's why I don't fold it. It's for the front sight. That's how it was made from the factory. That's how the factory sight, that's where the factory sight went, right in here. So I put it all the way back to fit the tandem cross rubber sleeve, and also to fit that front sight. So, and I also, in the bag, I actually have happy sticks. I've got 2 31 round magazines that will fit in here. Okay, so I've got a bunch of different rounds. I've got a bunch of different magazines. The one thing that, the reason why I like the Keltec Sub 2000 so much is because I'm a Glock guy. I have a Glock 19 that I can still carry a lot. And with this Glock 19, the magazine will fit into my Sub 2000. So I could straight take this magazine that I just showed you and put it in there. I can put this into my Glock 19 and have just a user-friendly arsenal of firearms. I have the Glock 19, I have the baby Glock, the Glock 26, and I have the Keltec Sub 2000 that can all use the same mags. So if I need to get to my rifle quickly, I can drop the mags for the pistol into here if I need to. I can go with the 31 round happy, I call them happy sticks. I'm sure whoever's on the receiving end would not be calling them a happy stick, but this is a compact weapon that will get the job done fairly well. Alright, so I'm going to show you with the bag. There's no magazine in the bag. I've already double checked it. I'm not going to load a magazine. You can add however many seconds you want to add to that, 2-3 seconds. And I'm also not going to put the sling on. If you're needing to get to a rifle quickly, you're not going to have time to put the sling on. You're just going to grab it and go. If you have the sling attached to the gun, then you can put that sling on while you're running to the battle or wherever you need to be. So with this, I've already got it unzipped. I will zip it back. That way it's fair and semi-realistic. Alright, so I'm going to go as quickly as I can. Unzip it. Why am I tightening it? Alright, and then you grab a mag, put it in, and thing in here. Weapon is clear. Now, the reverse. You can have this down, and then you just put this lever, okay? So to break it down, I would go ahead and have this. Gravity will make that spin, and then it's closed. Put it in the bag, good to go. So this is primarily a self-defense weapon for me, and just a peace of mind for if I have it in the car for my wife. She can pop this open, she can use it. She knows how to shoot this, and she's probably just as good with it as I am. I will definitely have the links for each thing I have on here. I replaced the trigger guard. I've added all kinds of different things. I could probably almost buy a whole nother AR-15 with how much money I spent in this. But the idea behind it was I was working security at a school, and I was putting this in my backpack and taking it with me. As a police officer, I was working security. They wanted to call us SROs, but I just called it a security officer, and I took this in my backpack. Instead of carrying my AR-15, I was able to take this in my bag, and nobody knew anything about it. So, Keltec Sub 2000, chambered in 9mm in the Glock 19 variation. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you do like this style of video where I'm going over firearms, let me know what firearms you want me to go over. I have a lot more firearms I can go through in my arsenal, in my loadout. Feel free to comment on the different things that you're interested in if you have questions about, and don't hesitate to reach out to me in the comments, and I'll respond to you whatever I can. Like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all on the next one.